A march at Diabene in the Western region supporting Russian mercenary group Wagner to appear in court next month.
Electoral Commission denies sending defective registration gadgets to opposition National Democratic Congress strongholds to disenfranchise its supporters and limited voter registration.
Also coming up, demand for promotion in police service intensify as 40 chief inspectors sue the IGP.
In business news, government justifies suspension of manufacturing of new Portland cement. We will hear from the Minister of Trade and Industry.
And on the international news, about 10% of known Libyan flood deaths were migrants. That's according to International Organization for Migration. We are live around the world on 3news.com. That's our website. We are also on Facebook. And if you're watching us on DSTV, this is channel 279. Let's dig into the details now.
We begin from the Western region where 5 ringleaders arrested for staging a march at Diabene in support of Russian mercenary group Wagner are to reappear in court next month. The suspects charged with treason are currently in police custody in Takoradi. Details which have been captured in an investigative piece by Fact Check Ghana details infiltration into the country and crowdfunding, among others, aimed at building support for the controversial group.
And to have them operating on our northern border is particularly distressing for us in Ghana.
President Akufo-Addo some months ago raising concerns about activities of Russian mercenary group Wagner in neighboring Burkina Faso. Months down the line, latest investigation by Ghana Fact has revealed detailed infiltration of the mercenary group into the country. Through a series of social media platforms, contact was established with one Michael Esiedu, an administrator of Mercado News, a Facebook blog with 1,500 followers that publishes pro-Russian content. Managing editor at Ghana Fact, Rabiu Al-Hassan, explains further the connection.
As part of the investigations, we chanced on a Telegram channel that also exposed the modus operandi of the group, which involved some funding of their activities, some wire transfers to the ringleaders via Western Union. In total, we understand through some crowdfunding, they were able to raise about $6,000 US, which was used in executing the protest. So even beyond that, we've seen receipts of some T-shirts that were procured, and you could see in some videos and some pictures of the Ghanaians wearing them, and the receipts, about 50,000 Ghana cedis, were used in procuring the T-shirts, and on it you see Wagner. You could also see that there were some flags that were procured online and sent through the Russian embassy to be received by the organizers in Ghana.
That coming together resulted in an August 13 march at Diabene Park in Takoradi in support of Russia. The police subsequently arrested 3 persons believed to be ringleaders.
Since then, we've heard the Ghana Police Service has picked up the 3 ringleaders. 2 others who went to visit them have also been picked up, so 5 of them. Yes, and we understand they've been charged with trying to undermine the government of Ghana and have been facilitated and processed for court. They're supposed to reappear in court on October 3.
Let's speak to Nana Jetua. He is a reporter with our sister station, Takoradi-based Connect FM. Nana, thank you so much for your time. You've been to the community where the suspected ringleaders of this Wagner-affiliated group were arrested. What more did you gather about them?
Okay, so we've been to the community, and then we've actually spoken to some opinion leaders and some members of the community, some young people of the community. And what they are telling us is that these boys or these suspects, they are members of the community. One of them is actually a member of the community, but the other one, they do not know in the community. He has been in the community for a few months. But then the activities in the community suggest they are up to something. One guy who spoke to us said they came to rent his speakers for their program, for their march. And so he gave them, but then he had no idea what they were actually going to use the speakers for. But then while they were in the process, the police came to arrest them. They tell us that these guys are not working; they are unemployed. But then they were able to spend huge sums of money. And when you talk to them, they tell you their sponsors are in Australia. That is where they are getting their monies from. They tell us that they are kind of shocked as to the kind of money these guys are able to spend, the kind of money they are able to show on their phones, on their bank account that belongs to them. But then they do not know the sources of that kind of money. So the other side is that they were actually arranging, or they were actually bringing together some members of the community. So they were speaking to some of them. There's a secondary school in the community where we are told they've been able to speak to some young people from the school, and then they've actually become members of the group. And nobody knows what they wanted to achieve with the kind of march they have on the park. But they were in the process when the police arrested them. Two of them are brothers, actually. Two of them are brothers, senior brother and then a junior brother. And the other one, we are told, came from Cape Coast to join them. They are using vehicles. One member of the community told me that they have vehicles. They do not know where they even got the vehicles from, because they do not have that kind of money to be buying those kind of vehicles. So it was strange for them to see the boys showing flags on the day of the march. They said that they are saying that the guys were showing flags of different nations, and then they were giving speeches. They will play national anthems of Russia, national anthem of Mali, national anthem of Australia, and all that. But then they did not know what was happening until the police came in to arrest them. As I speak to you, they are on bail and they are still in the community. But then we've not been able to speak to them. The suspect has not been able to speak to them.
Nana, what's been the reaction from chiefs in the community?
Come again?
What's been the reaction from chiefs in the community since this caught them by surprise?
No, so most of them are shocked. Most of them are shocked. What they are saying is that they actually did not have any idea the kind of what the guys were up to, because they are normal guys who are with them in the community, except the other one who is a stranger in the community. The two of them are with them in the community. Their parents are there and everything. One guy said that one of them who was arrested together with them said that when they go to the police station and they started confessing that they have financiers from Australia and all that, he was shocked because he had no idea what these guys were up to. So most of the members of the community, and they were lying to the community members. They went to the other guy and told him they wanted his machines for Toffee party. They went to the palace to tell the chief that they were using the park for their park.
All right, Nana, thank you so much for your time. Let's speak to Dr. Adam Bona. He is a security analyst on this developing story. Doc, thank you so much for your time. How concerned should this be that these youth are promoting Wagner Russian ideologies in Ghana?
Well, good evening to your viewers. We're very unfortunate. It's sad to hear that, literally very young people have been coerced and have been, pushed into this type of activity. This afternoon, I checked with the Western Regional Police Command to know what it was. And, you know, the confirmation was that, yes, these young people actually received some wired money in foreign currency into their account in Ghana. And that is what they used to stage this demonstration against Ghana and probably, you want to say, for the Wagner Group. And we all know the Wagner Group, how notorious they have been in the sub-region, how, you know, what they've done in many other locations. And so to have them come all the way to our backyard and engage young people this way, it's something that we need to be, we need to start working fast, swift, to find out who are those who sent the money to them, because from my intel, they received, it's a wired, you know, some money wired to them. Obviously, it would have come through maybe MoneyGram or some other sources, but they confirmed they received some wired money.
Would you say this infiltration is deep-seated, or it should be treated just like an isolated case?
No, you can't treat it as an isolated case. You remember, we are surrounded by very hostile countries. You have Burkina Faso, you have, you know, you can mention them. Recently, we've had Niger, you can talk about Mali, and the Wagner Group is everywhere in most of these countries, you know. And so as far as I'm concerned, we cannot wish this away and say, let's treat it with the contempt it deserves, or let's say it's an isolation. No, it is not. What we need to do rather is to ensure that we can go to the source of this infiltration. How deep is the infiltration? And we know, I mean, for all you know, the Wagner Group might already be here, because usually what they do, they like resource-rich countries, and you know what the devastation we've seen when it comes to Galamsey. And some of these Galamsey go to, is it dollar power or so? Go and find out you have a lot of West African nationals who are mining our mineral resources with impunity. So do we already have them here? Because then that is their modus operandi, to come in and destabilize, be able to have a hold on your mineral resources. Okay. So I think it's something we should not just treat as an isolation.
Doc, thank you so much for your time. Dr. Adam Bona is a security analyst.
Let's go to your election command center now, where the Electoral Commission has denied sending defective registration gadgets to opposition National Democratic Congress strongholds to disenfranchise its supporters in the limited voter registration exercise. Addressing the media, the chairperson herself, Jean Mensa, said that the commission did not receive any injunction suit from the courts to warrant a postponement of the exercise.
After 6 days of the ongoing registration, the Electoral Commission says it has been able to put over 183,000 persons onto the country's electoral roll. The process, which started on Tuesday last week, was fraught with challenges which the opposition NDC largely asserted to as orchestrated, aimed at disenfranchising first-time voters, particularly in its stronghold, accusations which have been parried by the Electoral Commission. Chairperson of the Commission, Jean Mensa, says any such claims cannot be true.
The allegations being made against us, including accusations of our working to disenfranchise eligible voters, to sending faulty kits to the stronghold of a specific political party, are false. A number of districts reported having faulty kits on the first 2 days. These kits were not located only in the stronghold of a political party, of a particular political party, and the evidence is there for all to verify.
On arguments by the former President John Mahama that perhaps the guarantor system is still quite the best way in registering persons onto the electoral roll, the Electoral Commission cited instances or media reports of minors being registered onto the electoral roll and used that as basis to suggest that if you can go to a district office with 2 guarantors just to get onto the electoral roll, you can go to the district office to get a Ghana card.
As a commission, we don't think so. We are mindful of the fact that the National Identification Authority had some budgetary constraints and they were not able to, register. They have not been able to register for a while. But we are also mindful and we are also well aware that over the last 2 weeks, they've kick-started their activities in the districts and they are registering persons who have turned, I think, 15 years above in the districts. So I do not believe, and so the cards are available.
On the injunction application, the EC said it was not served.
As we speak, the commission did not become privy to that documentation or that service, that writ until Wednesday, because on Monday the commission was on the field, and on Tuesday we were on the field, and it was only Wednesday after the exercise that we became privy to that service. We've known for a long time that we had registration. Why wait till a day before the exercise to serve on a Friday when there's a lot of field activity going on?
She adds the Commission will undertake a continuous registration process to register more persons next year.
In the lead up to the 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections, we will roll out a continuous registration of voters for several months in the district offices. Additionally, we will undertake a mop-up exercise in selected electoral areas, and particularly in areas that have difficulty in accessing our district offices.
The Commission is, however, warning guarantors against endorsing minors. Eric Mawina Egbeta, TV3 News, headquarters of the Electoral Commission.
All right, so let's speak to Mustafa Gbande, who is Deputy General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, and clearly a number of the concerns they raised seem to have been addressed by the chair of the EC. Mustafa, good evening. Thank you for your time. The chair of the EC says, first of all, it is not true that they are sending faulty devices to your strongholds. Secondly, this is just one of many other registration exercises that will take place. These should suffice and answer your concerns, shouldn't they?
Thank you very much. Briefly, my understanding of the posturing of the Electoral Commissioner is to the effect that she's saying to all well-meaning Ghanaians and political parties who are expressing concern about the level of challenges, the level of risk and difficulties that we have exposed our young people to. He's telling all of us to shut up and that there will be subsequent registrations that will address him. To my understanding, we are experiencing a manifestation of practical, operational, and technical challenges on the ground, i.e. network and machine challenges. She acknowledges that there have been test reports that she has received, that Savannah region. Number two, what data is available suggests that majority of the young people who are registering are not having Ghana cards, and so they would have to rely on the Garantia system, which we have advocated for to be able to register. What that presupposes is that a young man who is 18 years who intends to register must come along to the registration center, 2 other people. You are aware that we have places where 500 people go into a queue. At the end of the day, we have only 100 that would have been registered. So the rest of the 400 will have to go home. These are challenges that any reasonable electoral commissioner must appreciate. That people are exposed to challenges as we speak.
Yes, but Mustafa, she acknowledged these challenges, and like you indicated, she said of all the regions, only one did not report that they had technical issues. So that's an acknowledgement of the challenge, and that they will do mop-up to ensure that those who are eligible do register. How does that not satisfy?
Don't fall for that kind of strategy. The issue of continuous registration after this limited registration is in sync with the NPP's strategic agenda into 2024 election. That is one. As we speak, I indicated to you that a lot of Ghanaians and young people do not have Ghana cards. As we speak, despite the challenges they are going through, the NIA has also started registering for Ghana cards. So you are telling a young man who is being frustrated to register for voter ID card to also move afterwards into NIA. What that means is that the Electoral Commission is playing into the agenda of MPP and government. That is one, to make sure that they get their members who will not be able to go through the current registration process to rather go for Ghana card, so that when they finish, the continuing process will be turned into registering those people onto the register. That is what they are doing. As we speak, we just had a report this evening that they are registering Nigerians onto NIA.
Okay, so Mustafa, you know this is a very delicate subject, and some of these allegations you make need to be verified and proven. But let's leave it here for now. Certainly, it's early days yet as we build up to the 2024 elections. We will be engaging you more and see what answers we can get from the EC as well. Mustafa Gbande, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC.
And the National Identification Authority says the Electoral Commission's integration into its database will simplify voter registration processes, but the EC has not made a request to them for the data. Executive Secretary of the NIA, Professor Kenneth Tefa, tells TV3 the data of over 17 million Ghanaians are in their system, and this can be drawn upon for national purposes such as elections, subject to an agreement among the relevant parties.
Earlier this year, Parliament was presented with the option of making the Ghana card the sole document for voters' registration. That proposal still remains on the drawing board. Here is Professor Tefa with his views on that proposal.
2.6 million people, we can register them within a maximum of 6 months. We have offices all over the country. We have, as I said earlier, we have equipment and we have personnel. What is required is the availability of funds, and then and the willingness of Ghanaians to present themselves for registration. I've indicated that within the space, there are people who have not gone to register, possibly because they find no real need for a Ghana card. It is possible that some people are not presenting themselves because they don't think that it is necessary. It is also possible that those who were told some time ago not to register, to boycott the Ghana card, that they have not been told by their political masters to go back and get the Ghana card, even though those political masters might have gone to get them. I know some politicians who were part of a so-called stubborn academy who have gone to NIA to register and have taken the Ghana cards, but have not made public statements to the effect that they have done so, nor encouraging their constituents to go and get the Ghana card.
Professor Tefa maintains that the voters' registration process will be less cumbersome if the EC decides to plug into its database.
The Electoral Commission, as soon as it is satisfied with what we have done and a request that we should transmit data to them, will enter into the appropriate protocols, the contractual agreements. The technology exists, it is working. That's what we've used with the other cognate institutions that I have mentioned. We can, with a click of the button, give the data to the Electoral Commission. There is no controversy about NIA's readiness.
In a related development, the chair of the Electoral Commission, Madam Jean Mensah, has said that the Ghana card registrations were done without a recourse to an individual's polling station, which has rendered the current database unfit for organizing an election.
The database is not done. The registration for the national identification card was not done on polling station basis. I think we all know that anywhere you found yourself in the country, you could register for the Ghana card. However, the EC voter card is done on polling station basis. It drills down to a person's polling station. And so it enables the commission to know the number of registrants in each polling station and plan adequately for them. You are well aware that at the point of voting, we have what we call the biometric verification devices, and we feed in every person's details from that particular polling station in the kits. And so when you come to vote, your biometrics are verified. Your fingerprints and your face is verified. We are not able to do this with the Ghana card because, as I mentioned, the Ghana card is not done on polling station basis, which is unfortunate because I believe in the planning of these things, we should have been able to judge and come to that discussion that let us do the Ghana card on polling station basis.
In more news tonight, some 40 chief inspectors in the Ghana Police Service have sued the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu Dampari, over what they describe as refusal of the service to promote them. In a writ filed at the High Court in Kumasi, the police officers claim they have been excluded from a series of promotion prompted by the service to grant special amnesty to police officers who had obtained degrees before 2020 after they were enrolled into the service. It is their case that despite serving between 25 to 30 years, the police administration have promoted their junior colleagues under the same amnesty but had refused to grant them entry to the police academy to facilitate their promotions to Assistant Superintendent of Police. The 40 plaintiffs per the writ are urging the court to order the Inspector General of Police and the other defendants to promote them, grant them direct access to the police academy and further restore their lost income following the failure to promote them.
Let's go on to some other stories now, and good news I should say. TV3's broadcast journalist and news anchor Portia Gabo has been presented with a check of 50,000 cedis for winning the 2021 GJA Journalist of the Year award. President of the Ghana Journalists Association, Albert Jumfor, encouraged her to continue to uphold journalistic standards.
The 50,000 cedis check was in recognition of Portia's feat for winning the 2021 Journalist of the Year. President of the Ghana Journalists Association, Albert Jumfor, congratulated and encouraged her to continue writing stories to promote development.
You've done so much. Last year, I can tell you that it was a unanimous decision by all. You know, prestige for the first time. That should tell you that it was a well-deserved award, and we were proud. We're also happy for you, considering the great reception by your media house, Media General, and the honor done you by the board of directors and all that. For me, that is what is important. You understand? So I want you, as you go out there, encourage your colleagues.
Portia Gabo expressed gratitude for the gesture and pledged to continue mentoring young journalists.
I always say that it takes a village to raise a journalist. I represent those who work behind the scenes, and they all pushed me to become Journalist of the Year. Being Journalist of the Year has opened many opportunities for me, most importantly to mentor the young ones from GIJ, University of Education across the country. So for me, the aim is not just to break the glass ceiling, but to put a ladder down for the younger ones to climb up and even become better than me myself. So I will continue to do that to ensure that it doesn't end with me, but more women will also be pushed.
Congratulations are in order, and congrats again.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll share the money with you.
Yeah. You're still watching News 360. Stay with us. We have business, sports, entertainment all lined up right after this.
Going to demonstrate to you the superior properties of Flamingo paint as compared to other paint brands on the market. We take equal quantities of Flamingo paint and this ordinary paint. We then dilute them with water. And now, let the test begin. The gentleman on the left is going to apply the ordinary paint, and the gentleman on my right will use the Flamingo Superior paint. As you can clearly see, Flamingo has the obvious better hiding. Furthermore, Flamingo has painted a much larger area. You know, 1 bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint is made with superior formulation to give superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior.
You just sleep. That's Madina.
Sentum say when now day you may
Efrema bema gani oba
Maunsa Sentum to my muda Maunsa
Dasha no slap. Having black mosquito quail. Common tontom, na empum visie bebre, na emma wo mowa, na emma wo nham, na ehyiam.
Having insecticide spray, sham, na sanso kummo a wotu ene omo wia nyina. Now having naphthalene balls and having perfumed insect repellent no kumwa warrior nothing just here with
having black mosquito quail empom wisie bebre and say wo hene so sham kama no emubu na jumo size no boduma don't shre tumie no
and having spray having naphthalene balls ni perfumed insect repellent no kumwa omutu na wa wonam from nothing just here with
heaven dear bakope
heaven dear
Heaven dear bakope heaven dear bakope
FDA achi edrede krato yatum.
You are your own person, unique, one of a kind, special. That's why you deserve everything tailored to suit your particular taste, your preference, your needs. Just like MTN Just For You. You can get customized offers tailored to who you are. Dial *141# or use the MyMTN app to get to choose from a variety of offers made just for you.
Whenever you fly to space or take your first step as baby, SoftCare always stays with you.
New SoftCare Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
SoftCare. Protect your leap.
Mommy.
Michelle say, fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Choco toothpaste, healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Choco toothpaste, Sankofa.
Yenchi, Kel Choco toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Choose Sukasa for the highest quality, luxurious townhouses in East Lagoon Hills. 2, 3, and 4 bedroom in a gated community starting at $40,000 in Accra, Ghana. Sukasa, building on trust.
Life is good today, but tomorrow may be different. You don't have to keep working or depend on your children during old age to live comfortably. When you level up, remember that things can change. You don't have to depend on others if an accident leaves you permanently disabled. You have an expectation of a comfortable life during retirement. We hope it doesn't happen, but a booming business can sometimes decline. You want to be there every moment for your loved ones. But tomorrow is not guaranteed. But with SSNIT, you can secure your future. No matter the work you do, register and sign up for Seed from SSNIT for old age pension, invalidity pension, and survivor's lump sum benefit for your dependents. Take control of your future. Ayodachio, Fano Personal. Contact SSNIT for more inquiries. SSNIT, we deliver on our promise. T's and C's apply.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN, Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal.
It's now time for the latest in the world of business news, and Michael is here. Michael, what's it with the permit for cement?
Yeah, exactly. Government has been explaining why it's put a freeze on it, and it believes it's to grow the local companies that are already here.
Give us a detail.
Okay. Awesome. Congrats on your money, though. Hello there. Good evening. Welcome to the business segment here on News 360. My name is Michael Obodu, and straight into our first story, as government has justified the suspension of issuing new permits for the manufacturing of new Portland cement in the country. Speaking at the 6th AGI Ghana Industrial Summit and Exhibition, Minister of Trade and Industry Katie Hammond said this is part of efforts to empower existing companies to produce to full capacity.
The Ministry of Trade and Industry in a recent statement indicated that no permits shall be granted or issued for the construction of new factories for the manufacture and bagging of new cement. Shedding more light on the new directive, Sector Minister Katie Hammond said this has become necessary as part of moves to improve standards.
A temporary measure has become necessary to streamline and put in place a coordinating mechanism for the issuance of permits by various regulatory institutions before construction is authorized. This measure would help to remove uncertainties and enhance business confidence among the current manufacturers as well as prospective new entrants.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture said the launch of the second phase of the government's Planting for Food and Jobs program will improve the sector's raw material base.
Our ultimate goal is to build a robust and resilient food system that guarantees food self-sufficiency and sustainable food security. Principally, BFJ2 will also support Ghana's industrialization agenda through the provision of raw materials.
The opening of the 3-day AGI Ghana Industrial Summit and Exhibition is themed Industrialization through Sustainable and Efficient Supply Chains.
Now, the Traders Advocacy Group Ghana, TAG, is asking the President to call the Commissioner of the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Alhaji Seydou Idrisu Idrissa, to order. According to the Traders Association, Ghana's ports have become a money-making avenue for some corrupt officials through the harassment of importers using some tax forces led by the Commissioner General of Customs Division.
How can a trader clear or an importer clear his or her container from Tema Port? The commissioner in charge of customs, you have everything at your disposal, meaning that before a container is out of Tema Harbor, it has gone through all hands, making sure that due diligence is done. This is the situation. Commissioner Customs will put some people together, call themselves task force, to chase the importer, and in doing so, impose some fear in that person and start taking money on mobile phones.
TAG argues that the activities of these task forces have made the paperless port envisioned by the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia useless.
GRA had the foresight to introduce paperless process for the fast-track duty payment at our port. When did the business community anticipated that following port approval and clearance, a task force designed to target traders and importers would emerge. The Customs Commissioner will always demonstrate to the executives that he is working hard to collect duties.
Fan Milk PLC has engaged some consumers in their new product offering through engaging activities and a treat to assorted fan milk products. The initiative, dubbed Consumer Experiential, gave some consumers the opportunity to tour the factory, exposing them to the quality production processes of the company. The event attracted consumers from various socio-economic backgrounds, including influencers and media personalities. The most notable observation was the strict safety and hygiene protocols in product production.
We want to reconfirm to the people of Ghana that the fan yogo that they know belongs to them, and it's thanks to them that we can be up to the quality standard that they all want. So I'm really delighted that we had more than 50 consumers that have had not so good experience with fan yogo coming here to experience and see that indeed fan yogo is back. And it's back with the quality that I know. It's back also with the nutrition that they love about it.
Refreshments category manager of the company, Helen Kole, advised consumers on handling Fannice products.
When you buy any frozen products, even beyond fan milk products, once the product is frozen, you need to keep it frozen. You have to limit the exposure to sun or outside a freezing condition. So you have to completely protect the end to end. So you take it from the shop, you take it to your house and just straight into the freezer so that you don't have it either thawing or melting, then you refreeze.
Fan Milk PLC, established in 1960, is a prominent player in Ghana's dairy manufacturing sector, specializing in frozen yogurt, flavored milks and ice cream, with household brands like Fan Yogo, Fan Choco, Fannice, Super Yogo and Fannax. Well, that'll be all for the business segment here on News 360. Our website 3news.com has more business stories for you. My name is Michael Obodu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe. Up next, the sports.
You are your own person, unique, one of a kind, special. That's why you deserve everything tailored to suit your particular taste, your preference, your needs. Just like MTN Just For You. You can get customized offers tailored to who you are. Dial *141# or use the MyMTN app to get to choose from a variety of offers made just for you.
Pepsodent introduces charcoal and lemon essence. The unique combination of natural essences whitens teeth naturally for you and family because every smile matters.
New Pepsodent Herbal. Introducing a unique combination of herbal extracts in an antibacterial toothpaste for strong teeth and healthy gums that protects your family and you. Every smile matters.
Every child is so unique. You like no other. Outstanding in every way. It's me like no other. So anytime you walk and play, you like no other. You are special like Indomie. It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. You like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie. Thank you, Mommy.
Introducing Indomie beef flavor. Buy now.
This effort is FDA approved.
And the overall best student goes to Kwame Boateng.
That's right. Get a TV.
Surprise!
Wow. TCL air conditioners are the best because it cools so well.
Wow. No comment.
Always buy the best from TCL. TCL. Inspire great.
FCG is now cashless.
My studio lights are always on. I never run out of power. With the ECG Power app, I'm able to report an issue, check my credit, buy power, all in real time whenever I need to. I don't worry if ECG vendors are closed. In the comfort of wherever I may be, I still keep my lights on thanks to the ECG Power app. You can simply use mobile money wallets, Visa or MasterCard. It does not attract e-levy. With the ECG Power app, you are totally covered. To download, go to the App Store or the Google Play Store. You don't have a smartphone? Don't worry. No internet? Don't worry. No data? Do not worry. Just dial *226#. This is what I call convenience in your hands. ECG Power app. A yes, simple pa.
Wait a minute, yo!
It's on my nephew.
Wow! This place has changed, yo! Yo! Ajwa, look at you all grown up, yo!
Some things never change, like Gino's quality recipe that gives my food that rich color, unique natural taste every time.
Smells good, yo!
Hey, sister, with the wapun sano and kasa, just like I remember.
Uncle Bo, hurry up and let's open the suitcase.
Ajua, chai, ne me shrink coin pa.
Best jollof I've ever eaten.
Wow, this is real jollof, mommy.
Gino dear, Emma Adriana de Ankasa.
Say Gino dear, fie ni fie.
It's delicious, yo!
This advert is FDA approved.
Sports segment is brought to you by Bell Pack Tissues.
Welcome back to News 360. Time now for sports. Theory Nyan is with us. The Ghana Premier League is back.
Can I talk about Porsche's?
No.
I'm just waiting for my
There's an embargo on it.
Oh, okay.
So talk to us about the Ghana Premier League, yeah?
Of course, it started over the weekend, but in the last few days, the Ghana Premier League has witnessed a passionate appeal from the ailing Legon City's goalkeeper, William Esu, that triggered conversations on player welfare in the local scene. My colleague Kelvin Oswansa takes a deeper look.
The welfare of players in Ghana has come under the microscope in recent weeks after it emerged that Legon cities have not paid their players for months. Some clubs owe players several months' worth of the little that they pay in wages. The recent ordeal to Legon City's ill goalkeeper William Esu, as well as injured former Ken Faisal and Asante Kotoko striker Osman Ibrahim, has highlighted the poor welfare accorded the principal actors of the game. Ex-Ghana defender and now football coach John Pencil believes that good contracts is the only solution to this problem.
For me, what I can do differently is, just sit down with the player. If you don't have it, or the player needs accommodation, you have to also put it inside that, okay, I'm giving accommodation, I'm giving a place to sleep, but I can offer you this every month on top of that. Because we have some local players who don't even have a place to stay. They are on salary like 1,000 cedis, 500 cedis. But where they sleep, the club don't know. So some of the things that players can put it inside their contract, that the club looking for a place for you to stay. And of course, some clubs also have accommodation for players who are playing for the club. So it's a whole lot that needs to be done, especially when it comes to contract with players and then the club, because there's something that FIFA is very, very serious about, the players' welfare.
Poor salary issues and medical care has been a major factor why many local players decide to leave after excelling for just a season in the domestic leagues.
Now, in 12 days' time, Mediama Sporting Club will take a 3-1 lead to Guinea to face Horoya in the preliminary round of the CAF Champions League. Now, an aggregate win will see the Takwa Club make history. My colleague Oreko Ampofo has the rest of the story.
Mediama were inches away from qualifying for the knockout round of the CAF Confederations Cup.
The Ghanaian club only missed out on head-to-head after picking up 8 points and finishing third in a group with TP Mazembe, Mo Bejaya and Young Africans. The Mauve and Yellows had beaten Al Ittihad, El Shendi and Mamelodi Sundowns in the preliminary round prior to reaching the group stages. 7 years later, and the Tarkwa-based club are back in the continental mix after winning their maiden league title last season. This time round, the Mauve and Yellows will go through 2 preliminary rounds instead of 3. They have surpassed the challenge of Nigerian side Remo Stars, beating them 3-2 on penalties after a 1-1 aggregate score. After a commanding 3-1 win over Guinea's Horoya AC at the Cape Coast Stadium on Sunday, Medeama are now potentially 90 minutes away from writing their names in Ghana football history by becoming the first Ghanaian side to secure a spot in the CAF Champions League group stages in 11 years. In the barren 11 years, Giants Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko have come close on a number of occasions but have failed to reach the promised land. The stakes are high and Medeama's ambition is palpable as they prepare to battle it out on the continental stage. The Mauve and Yellows carry the torch of hope and determination, driven by the desire to restore Ghana's prestige in African club football.
We wish them well, but let's go straight to the UEFA Champions League, which kickstarts later tomorrow. And these are the major fixtures you should expect. AC Milan will be playing against Newcastle United, and that's at 4:45. Same time when Young Boys will take on Leipzig. Barcelona will play Antwerp, and then PSG will be at home to Dortmund in a cracking game. Shakhtar Donetsk will play against FC Porto. Manchester City will play against Red Star Belgrade. Atletico Madrid will travel to Lazio, and then Celtic from Scotland will also travel to the Netherlands to face Feyenoord. On that note, to bring an end to the sports here on News 360, my name is Theo Nyan. We bring you some more sports subsequently right here on TV3. The news continues.
Hello, my friends. My name is Calkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky chicky whiter, chicky chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Calkit, happy smile.
Star 857 hash. Star 857 hash. Yankwe. Tianaye foul baller. Zoom lion. Tianaye foul baller. Zoom lion. 857 hash. Star 857 hash.
Change your style. Be like that. Change your baller style. Don't be like that. Zoom Lion is here for everyone. Pay with star 857 hash and we will come for your baller. Zoom Lion. Tiamienfa baller wate.
Introducing the new Jamal washing powder with multi-enzymes that helps remove stubborn stains.
It has a nice fragrance. Not harsh on my hands. Foams easily. And removes stains well.
Oh, I still to be.
Ma, you brought 5 big sachets of new Jamal washing powder.
Yes, ma'am.
It really removes stains. It has a nice fragrance.
Yes, ma'am.
Then add 30 sacks of Jamal washing powder to your engagement list.
Hey,
Jamal.
Yes, ma'am.
New Jamal washing powder for cleaner, fresher wash. Your partner for clean clothes. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations?
At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities from 1,500 cedis upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. What are you waiting for? Call Quick Credit today. 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
Every solution is the right one. Pick the right solution with Vodafone One Business, your all-in-one solutions package for all your business's communication needs. Call 050-777-9000 or email sme@vodafone.com today.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water. GTP, Lifestyled. Vodafone, further together. And powered by 3 Entertainment.
Tonight in this segment, regardless of their exit from the reality house, 2 evictees of Ghana's Most Beautiful are grateful for the opportunity. Let's hear from our 2 GMB evictees, Ifriye and Sansuma, as they open up about their next move after the show.
Hard, but a happy one. We are going to save. We are going to save Kwatsma.
To the evictees, this is just the beginning of greater things to happen in their lives, and they are very hopeful that the GMB platform will catapult them into greater heights.
I believe, in as much as I have been, I don't want to use the word evicted because I have not been evicted. I have left the competition. I know GMB is a powerful platform, and I know I have opportunities out there that are waiting for me. So watch out for me. We are going to put in a lot of energy to make sure that this platform given to me would not go to waste.
Even before you leave the reality complex, what would you say are some of the best moments in the competition and some of the take-home from the entire experience?
Best moments, I would say, we were 15 ladies. And trust me, each one came with her own mannerism, her own behavior. So for me to be able to live with them, for me to be able to cohabitate with them alone is a big plus for me. You know, I love the fact that my sisters, when I do something, you know we are ladies. So when I do something you don't like, you come up to me and you let me know. And that's the kind of environment I always want to put myself in.
In a few words, how would you describe the entire experience from day one till now?
It has been discovering a learning curve. I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of beautiful people like yourself, and I'm glad I came. I am.
But also, what is next for Ifriye? I mean, we know you're a teacher, but what other things do you have, in the pipeline?
Yes. So my students, I'm coming back to class, and then I'm also applying to schools to do my MA. Aside that, I'm off your screens, but you can still meet up in my salon.
Well, congratulations to all of them, and we wish them well even as they exit the competition. Talking about GMB, though, the 2022 winner, that is Teya Dahmani, has urged residents in the Tamale metropolis to prioritize sanitation and hygiene to attract investors and tourists.
2022 GMB Queen highlighted the importance of the cleanup exercise, which began with only organizers but later markets women.
We need to continuously enhance sanitation, enhance personal hygiene. Sometimes we all know, but it is okay that we remind ourselves. And that's why we came into the market today to have the cleanup exercise.
She commended participants for their support and encouraged traders to continuously improve sanitation and personal hygiene.
So the advice that I have for all of us, not just the market women, is that we should continuously clean our environment wherever we find ourselves, in our homes, in our markets, school places, anywhere. We should try to keep it clean. The more we keep our environment clean, the more we are attractive, to even foreigners and investors and tourists as well.
Some traders who participated in the exercise praised the initiative. The cleanup exercise was under the theme Cleaning for Health and Serenity.
Migrants make up about 10% of those known to have died when floods hit Libya a week ago, the International Organization for Migration IOM has said. Libya is hugely popular with migrants. According to data from the IOM, which is a United Nations body, over 706,000 migrants lived in the North African country in February 2023. Some live and work in Libya long term, while others use it as a transit point in bids to reach Europe. 400 migrants are registered as having died in the floods, the IOM understands, although it says that this death toll is likely to change as bodies continue to be recovered.
And that's how we bring the bulletin to an end. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Martin Esiedudate.
I am Portia Gabo. Good evening.